I guess, Richie, first, just how special were the celebrations after last night in the changing room and drinking out of the Bledisloe?
It was awesome, bro. Uh, it was special just seeing boys that they had won the Bledisloe for the first time, and obviously it's been a while since the All Blacks have done it here in Australia. So just awesome memories, man. And we created last night, and the boys got around each other and we had a good connection last night, and drinking out of the trophy was awesome.
And Richie, a few people calling your performance close to a perfect 10. Is that the way you're kind of reflecting on it today? And did you feel it building during the week? And just how are you reflecting on your performance last night?
I'm not. I haven't heard that. I'm sure those are the same people that will shoot me down next week if I have a shocker.
100%. 100%.
But it's just pleasing to get a good performance that was built on early in the week and the hard work that we put in. As All Blacks, we just want to nail every moment and every chance we get, and was just happy with the way the team performed, and it was just special.
Yeah, what allows you to perform at that level? Is it the guys around you? Is it the clear team, game plan during the week? What is it?
Yeah, it's a clarity in game plan, clarity in what we wanted to do as a team. Obviously, the weather was a big part of that, so we had to play a little bit, differently to how we did in Bled 1 and 2, but clarity from the boys, and just the fact that we wanted to get the job done, our intentions, our mindset, our attitude, all those small things really built up to that great performance.
Just finally from me, your combo with Bodie was great, especially for that second try. Just working with him constantly, week in, week out. It must be great fun.
Yeah, it's awesome. Every rugby game's different. It doesn't always present the same opportunities. So, it was good to connect with Bodie last night on that, and we just train and practice those things together throughout the week. And sometimes they come off, and sometimes they don't. But it was nice.
Hey boys, Abby Wilson from One News here.
Good morning.
Hey Richie,
Go on, Abby.
I know you've been asked a bit about this, but Ian sort of spoke about how he thought from a game management point of view, last night was one of your best games in black. Did it feel different for you? Like, did it feel special, like something clicked and everything went well, or it just felt like normal? How would you explain it from your point of view, I guess, compared to other games you've played in black?
I kind of touched on that before. I guess that every game is different with the opportunities that present itself. So last night we just went in with a really clear and simple game plan, I think, which suited myself and the boys around me, and that was playing in their half a little bit due to the weather and kicking more and all those things that I like to do personally. So I wouldn't say it was any different. It was still business as usual, still same mindset, still same goal and drive, wanting to be the best I can, but just sort of got the rub off the green yesterday and was really supported by the boys around me, which resulted in a great performance.
You had a couple of moments there, I guess, where it was sort of individually you just took the ball and went and, you got your 2 tries. Do you leave the park after something like that going, that felt really good, or just another day in the black jersey?
No, you got to be honest with yourself. You're chuffed, you're happy, you're proud of a performance like that, and when you get to do things like that, it's pretty special. But you can't take away what the whole group's done, and those individual things don't come off the back of things that you do by yourself. It's always about the team, and when you play for the All Blacks, it's always about the team. So I'll happily stand in the sideline and stand in the stadium and watch the boys do the work. If that's the same result that I'll get, I'll happily do that. And for me, it's just about doing my role, whatever is needed to get the result for the boys.
TJ, I guess winning it in Aussie, it's something that I think none of you have done before winning the Bledisloe Cup. What was it like in the stadium there? Obviously COVID sort of affected things, but the Wallabies losing so badly, you guys winning so well. What was the mood like afterwards?
It was an unexpected mood, I reckon. Like being able to walk the Bledisloe Cup around, an Australian stadium is something, like you say, we've never done before. But the support that we had from Kiwis that are living here, it sort of blew me away a bit. Like we get a massive amount of support at home when we lift that trophy, which is expected. But for us to be able to walk the trophy around last night and to get so much support from our fans and our family, I guess, that are living over here and have moved their families over here, I found that pretty special.
DJ, Liam Napier here.
Kia ora, bro.
Ian Foster talked about how there'd been a change in the leadership group, like a reduction of the number of people involved in that. As someone who's been in the team for a long time, have you noticed a change there, and how that affects how the team runs, or any significant difference in that?
I guess you notice a change. Less numbers is something you are going to notice. Whether you add people or take people away from a leadership group, you're going to notice that. I think the big influence that it's had on our group is it's given more time for people to have their voice. When you've got, 12 people sitting in a room compared to 8 people sitting in a room, it's just math that you're going to have more time to have an opinion, to have discussion about certain points without having to have so much different input put onto it. I'm not saying that the bigger group was any worse or that the smaller group is any better, but just the dynamic of this group gives us opportunities to chew the fat a little bit more on issues that come up, gives people more of an opportunity to have their voice heard, and we're not rushed as much in a lot of our conversations, which leads to a little bit more clarity that Rich was talking about.
I guess just with the change with, every World Cup cycle, experienced figures move on. Are you gradually seeing others step into those roles now? Now you're sort of 3 tests into the year and you've had a wee bit of time together. Is it coming to fruition a bit?
Yeah, I think so. Even boys outside of the leadership group are stepping up and leading in their own ways. We've got a lot of leaders in this group who either captain their Super Rugby franchises, who are in leadership roles within their Super Rugby franchises, so naturally they're leaders. So you see those boys stepping up and being leaders throughout the week, and although they don't sit in on leadership meetings, a lot of that stuff is filtered to those boys, and they are naturally leading throughout the week, which is it's so helpful for the leadership group and for Sam to be able to do his role and to be able to perform at the level that we need to perform at.
And just lastly from me, obviously the Bledisloe is very special to this team. Now you've locked it away. Is it going to be a challenge to maintain that same level, I guess, of motivation that you had leading into this game?
I don't think so. I think our goal changes. We've won the Bledisloe Cup, therefore we put that to bed. And then our next goal was the Tri-Nations. And for this team, each and every time we go out and we step on the field, our goal was to be better than we were the week before. As individuals, our goal was to be better than we were the week before. And we've got a championship up for grabs, and all teams are in the running for it. So Argentina, Australia and ourselves have a competition that we're going into right now that we all want to win. Aussie will be saying the same stuff. Yeah, they didn't win the Bledisloe Cup, but now they have an opportunity to win the Tri-Nations. So for us, we need to reset. We need to put the Bledisloe behind us, and we need to look forward to doing as much as we can to give ourselves the best opportunity to win the Tri-Nations.
Thank you.
DJ, it's Paul Cully from Stuff here.
Kia ora, bro.
I just wanted to ask a question about at the very end when Geordie prevented that try. There was a celebration around that was almost as big as when you scored a try. So can you talk a little bit about the defensive intensity that you brought last night?
For me, that moment, outside of Richie's freakish plays in the game, was probably the best play of the game. It's the 80th minute. We're up 43-5, I think the score was in the end, And Geordie could have quite easily not made a play on that, and Kurupiti scores in the corner, and we still probably celebrate a really good performance. But to see Geordie's effort, regardless of score, regardless of situation in the game, regardless of time on the clock, to care about, I guess, defending our line and to care about winning each moment, to me, that defines a great player and a great team, is willing to do those things in the first minute, in the last minute, in a game when you're up 30 or in a game when you're losing, or it's in the balance. If you're willing to do that each and every moment in a game, regardless of what your situation tells you, I think that can define players.
Oh, it's a little bit awkward because he's sitting beside you, but can you talk honestly about Richie's performance last night, because it wasn't a normal one. How did you see it from your position?
For a big part of it, I was on the sideline watching it, and then like some of the stuff Rich did last night, it was pretty special, and he's a humble guy, and he knows it's part of the job, and I do too. Like, I expect Rich to go out there, and I expect Rich to play well, and when he does that sort of stuff, it's something that I know he can do because I've seen it at Super Rugby. I see it at training, but then when you do see it in the arena, you can't help but be like, man, that's a bad man out there. Straight up, like some of the stuff he did out there was stuff that other people can't do, and he trains hard enough to be able to put himself in the position to do that. And to be completely honest, yeah, it was awesome, but like, I expect him to do that because he's that good a player.
Thanks, Matt.
Thanks.